Yeah,
Does
like
that
what
even make
part of our
sense?
culture are you
Are you
most
least
proud
proud of?
of or
That's
least
there
proud
we go.
of?
There you go. Sorry guys. Sometimes my English just deteriorates. But
I feel that.
the two least things, one is Brazilians are very sneaky and they're very street smart and they always want to get like one up on you. So you always have to be very careful working with a Brazilian person, specifically a Brazilian person that was raised in Brazil.
But would you say
Not
that
to,
about every Brazilian or
no,
just
no, 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 no. Of course not. But I think that a lot of them are like that. It's just within our culture.
mm.
The Brazil, you know what I'm talking about.
No,
Like,
yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to like ask questions so the audience have a more understanding.
right, right, right. Yeah, so I definitely think that a lot of Brazilians are very schemish type vibe.
Right.
And another thing is the violence in our country, bro. The violence is crazy. Speaking of
But that's
which,
because of like the whole outcome of, the economics in Brazil, the corrupt politicians. So it all
well, yeah,
plays part into it on
but
why
that's
people do what they
embedded.
do.
But that goes right into it's embedded into our culture. That goes back into me saying that these guys scheme. That's why our politicians are so freaking corrupt. Brazil is so corrupt. It's insane, the government. And it goes back that it stems back to the actual Brazilian people. Like I said, a lot of them are they're just schemers, bro. It's just that mentality, like that one up, like I gotta survive and fuck this guy. I gotta do me. You know what I mean? Like that mentality doesn't grow in the long term, and that kind of shows why the country is the way it is.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, and I'd say the two most proud. Oh, actually, before remember that video that I sent you this week? That was crazy.
Oh, something that happened at your city, right, in Brazil?
Yes. So I was raised in Criciúma, and that's a city in southern Brazil. It's very where I was raised is more fair skinned Brazilians. Up north is where it gets darker because it's
Closer
very
to the,
tropical. The
I was,
equator, yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say closer to the equator, so they're
Yeah,
more in the sun.
exactly. There's some places in Brazil that it's summer all year long, so you're naturally going to be more tan.
Like north
But
of
where I'm
Brazil,
from in
right?
Brazil, exactly. So where I'm from in Brazil is mixed with a lot of Europeans.
It's
You are
trippy
as well,
that,
right? You're from the south.
well, kind of like São Paulo region,
Right. It's a little bit. Yeah, you're
but
still that's still kind of south.
yeah, yeah, that's true. But fuck, I was gonna say something. I forgot. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go.
So yeah, the city that I was raised in, Criciúma, this last week went through a crazy bank heist. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was the second largest bank heist in Brazilian history,
Mm.
where they stole about $8 to $10 million, which is about 40 million reais, the Brazilian currency. And bro, it was crazy. They shut down the city. They came in at midnight. This shit was well planned. It was like 30 men. They came in at midnight and different points in the city, they put trucks, like burning trucks, and they blocked off the roadways so cops couldn't get to it. And they went straight to the police stations and they put burning trucks and they just fired that shit up to make sure no cops got out of there.
Wow.
They had hostages in the middle of the road. If any cops got too close, they would just blast them. They went inside of the bank, Banco do Brasil, Bank of Brazil, and fucking stole a shit load of money. It took them 2 hours to do this. No cops got to them. Understand that. 2 hours. Took them 2 hours. No cops got to them. There was guys walking around with bazookas, bro. They were all heavily equipped. They all had body armor, all face covered. It was insane. They had everything planned out to the T. But they slipped up and they started catching them. One way that they slipped up is um, in Brazil, if you have a BMW, even if it's like a 1990 BMW, you're the fucking man. You're rich. You're for sure considered rich in Brazil. Those type of cars are not common and they're extremely expensive.
Yeah.
Just so
Anything
you could
that's
get it
imported is like double the price.
exactly. That I was about to say that just so you could get the sense. Anything that you import gets taxed over 100%. So you're gonna be paying double the price just to get it into the country. And
Is all this information right? Because I feel like I don't want
yes, no, no, yes,
to. Okay.
100%. And so this whole thing right now, the reason that these guys almost got caught is they were driving a nice ass BMW SUV. It was white. It was a guy and his wife, and they had a whole bunch of explosives and guns inside of the car. They drove it from São Paulo all the way to Santa Catarina, which is the state that Criciúma is in, the city.
Your
And
city?
yeah,
Okay.
and with that same car, they spray painted it black and dumped it once they left the city because they all left and they came in cars and left in the same cars, and then they left the cars back and got on a convoy and went back to São Paulo or spread. I don't know where the fuck they went, but the reason they found out that that car was in São Paulo and that he got gas somewhere in São Paulo was because the guy forgot the fucking ticket, the little note, the gas note receipt inside of the car.
Hmm. What a slip up.
What a slip up. Little fucking things like that slipped up, man. But yeah, it was crazy.
So
Um,
violence is one of the things that you're least proud of your
yes.
culture.
Violence and I guess to summarize what I was saying before about Brazilians being slick is I would say corruption. So violence and corruption
Yeah. And
are the two
what are you
main
most proud
things.
of?
Have you seen some Brazilian ass, my boy? I know you have. I know the rest of the world seen Brazilian ass. I'm proud of that Brazilian ass.
Just like
Bro,
Brazilian women in general, bro.
we have the best. I'm probably being biased because I'm Brazilian, but we have the best women. I love our culture. I honestly absolutely love being Brazilian. I love my culture. I love the women. I love the food. I love soccer. I love just the way that we interact with each other. I love the humor because I have a very dirty mind per se. So
That comes
Brazilian
from there.
humor, exactly. Brazilian humor is very much like that. So I love our culture. I honestly do.
Yeah. No, it's the sense of humor, like the comedy in the Brazilian culture is like
Yeah.
unlike anything else,
And
honestly.
just like the affection and stuff, even
Yeah.
besides like women, just the affection that you have with your neighbors. You
Yeah,
know your neighbors in Brazil.
it feels more like a family
It
than
does.
someone you know or you
It
just know.
does. I
Because
mean,
I
like,
mean,
look at
even like when you meet Brazilians here in the U.S., you kind of feel like, oh fuck, you understand me in a
yeah,
sense,
yeah. I mean, bro, look at me, you, look at Larry, our other Brazilian friend. We're like brothers, and
and we're all Brazilian.
we're all Brazilian, and we didn't grow up knowing each other. You know what I mean?
No, and it's crazy because we fucking all met in America, which is
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
so unique in it of itself.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, what about you? What do you mostly love, and what do you mostly hate about our culture?
I hate that I'm least proud of like the security that you can have in Brazil. Like it's not like here where you can easily just call 911, someone will show up. That doesn't
Not
work in
at
that
all,
case in Brazil, so it makes you
bro.
feel less secured. That's
It's so bad that you can't have a gun out there. And
yeah.
so when you can't have a gun, this is what people here in the United States don't understand that want to ban all guns.
Oh
I'm
man.
I'm I'm with I'm with some restrictions on guns. Like I don't believe people need to fucking own certain assault rifles and shit like that. But handguns, come on, bro. Regardless, in Brazil you're not allowed to own a gun. So who has all the guns? The criminals. In Brazil, if you get caught with a freaking fork in your pocket, you're going to jail because that's a weapon. And
What?
it's so corrupt that when you're under the age of 16, you can't go to jail for over 48 hours. So what happens? People that are under 18 end up getting hooked on drugs by the drug lords, and the drug lords make sure that they do certain things for them, whether it's killing people, running the favelas.
Yeah.
They keep them hooked on the drugs, and these kids go to jail and they leave after 48 hours as if
Right.
nothing happened. And I
Yeah.
mean, all these laws, everybody knows this, but they don't change it.
Yep.
But yeah, so what do you love about the country?
What I'm most proud of, I would say also women.
It's because you got a Brazilian girlfriend. That's so safado.
Bro, I've always wanted a Brazilian girlfriend. Always.
I feel you.
It's like one of those things that is just, I don't know. I like the way they are. There's really nothing
That
to say. Like I don't know. It's something about them that makes it way more unique. Because I've gotten with other types of girls, and Brazilians. Where's that for me?
No, yeah, it's the cultural thing, bro. No, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. I feel you on that.
But
And I
like when
honestly
before
always
that
envisioned.
though, before that, just to clear up, like before that, I was open to anything. I wasn't like
Now you're
restricting.
closed.
Well, now I'm in a relationship, Nicholas. It's a different
There you
story,
go.
my friend.
There you go.
So yeah, that's what I'm
Nah,
mostly
I
proud
feel you.
of.
I honestly always envision myself getting married to a Brazilian eventually when I do head down that path.
Really? Because I feel like you've been also exploring different things.
I mean, sure, 100%. Why not? You gotta try different things to see what you like and what you don't
Yeah.
like.
I mean, you got to
You
try
know?
different foods to know which one's your favorite.
Yeah. Nah, but honestly though, like I could see myself, and I mean I envision myself getting married to a Brazilian woman, and I would love that, especially because our culture and having children. Like I want my kids to grow up speaking Portuguese.
Yeah.
But but I am not disclosed to any race, bro. I've dated women outside of my race.
Right.
Majority of the women that I think majority of the women that I dated was Brazilian, but I've dated outside of my race as well,
It's
and
not helping your case, Nick. I'm just kidding.
yeah. Well, I mean, the longest relationship I had, or the longest relationships I've had, were outside of my race, so that's
Hmm.
probably saying something.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, I think it's just on the person too,
Yeah.
because even if they're not Brazilian per se, if they're, to me, Latina, because they still have that same type of vibe.
True.
They just don't really speak our language, and they don't have certain things that our culture has, but
Yeah.
it still gives like that. The main thing for me is that warmth. Like I love, like, in being in a relationship, being with a girl that you like and you enjoy being with, bro. I just love just touching all the time. I'm all about like touching. Like, damn, girl, like you look good. Like, let's go out. Let's go have a good time. I just love touching too. You know what I mean? Like, let's cuddle. Let's touch. Shit, I'm just a very affectionate person, I guess, and that's what I love about our culture. I
Yeah.
feel like the women in our culture are very affectionate.
For sure. Yeah, that's part of why I love them. So
Yeah. You love them or you love your girlfriend, Marty?
no, I love my girlfriend.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Come on, man.
I got
Well,
you.
I'm just
I got
saying
you,
she
bro.
is Brazilian, so she represents what I'm talking about. You know.
No, yeah. I was
So
just talking
come
shit.
on, man. Don't try to get me in trouble here, Nicholas.
Hey, man, living that married lifestyle.